Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great high school. Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So the Florida State Seminoles offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets those chains moving, gets it.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernia schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, no! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down to the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Virginia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterback.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Everett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it just outside the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could have...
Lets it fly! And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll give it on the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, running back gets to give. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Still looking on the move. Makes the grab. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Got a man, it's Lewis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Spits it out to the back. This time he's got it. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Seminoles are on the move. The give on the inside. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own.
And they will score. Touchdown Seminoles. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This has been a slow start. It's a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. He'll throw on third down. Gets rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. And it'll be down right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Lets it fly. He makes the catch. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play.
Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash deep.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the shuffle. They'll go with a quick touch pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. 1st down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to run it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Seminoles in the hurry up. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Zings it complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he holds it in at the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the 1st half. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the 1st half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down up to 39. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Got enough space. Touchdown Seminoles. And the route is on. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Looking for a crease. It's Vaughn. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights off a defender. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And they'll just down it right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? Play on special teams.
The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the lone back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Noles are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Seminoles pick up the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Bulls his way forward. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Noles! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the... And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He wants to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
He's going to pass on second down. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They want to just keep throwing it. Got the back over the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Makes a connection. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Cavaliers are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Pocket stuff, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Deep shot for the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
Running toward the tape. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything